Fight perfectly as a tall fighter, sitting behind his jab, behind his beautiful front kicks and his rising knees. He's got exceptional cardio, the work rate of a middleweight fighter, an amazing champion. But don't forget, last time Gerges did take him the distance, and I said on only 3 days' notice. What can Gerges do, having a full training camp for this one? Michael Chavello, Ray Sefo, and Mike Kogan with you ringside. Front kick from Semi as expected. Gerges will go to the legs.
Gerges is a big man, but Semi makes him look small.
Ray Sefo was the man who wrote the formula of how to knock down Semi, becoming the first man to knock down Semi in K1 back in 2007 by working angles, changing it up, jumping in, firing shots to the jawline, then getting out of range. Can Gerges do the same here? You cannot stand in front of Semi. Gerges already backing up the champion with a nice straight right hand and a good double forearms guard. Very tight from Gerges. Nice counter leg kick.
I think Gerges seems to be following more of Badahari's game plan.
Yeah, the thing is he can't outkick Semi. Semi, his work rate is very, very high.
The problem is, Hesdy Gerges did not have anywhere near the hand power of a Badahari who knocked out Semi Schilt in Amsterdam in 58 seconds. Gerges has to rely on his legs, but as Ray said, you're not going to finish a fight with Semi with leg kicks.
Right. I mean, even though he doesn't have that power, he still can actually land shots and work to set up his low kicks.
He can, however, Ray, continue to kick the legs, kick the body, and work up a good point-scoring game against Semi.
Right.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Remy had Semi against the ropes with one punch over, and he's not known for being the strongest puncher in the world, so I think...
There's the high knee from Schilt. He backs up Gerges now. Gerges swings to the lead leg. Semi starting to find his range.
But, Remy surprised himself when he threw that hook as much as he surprised us.
He did. I'll give you that. He did.
Outside thigh kick from Semi. Nothing getting through that guard so far off the jab. Semi's got to switch it up a little. Still not getting through.
Well, actually, it is.
No, it's getting through.
Yeah, it's getting through. If you look.
Every one of those are getting through.
No, it's more so. He's hitting the gloves and that one got through. But Hesdy's gloves are ricocheting back against his face and now starting to swell his own forehead. Again, hitting the gloves, but there's a lot of power behind that jab.
Yeah, it could be the paint of the gloves being that's making his face look weird.
Exactly.
Yeah, it looks like it's swelling up slightly.
Ooh, nice round kick there from Semi.
Well, Semi is in his element right now, and if Gerges keeps fighting this, it's going to be Semi's fight, as all Semi fights.
Exactly.
Look.
Front kick from Semi.
Semi's rhythm. Punching.
And Semi's getting more and more confident.
Nice jab, too, from Semi. Now he's sitting behind the jab.
I mean, that's Semi's moneymaker is that jab and that front kick.
Jab, and that's what Semi's doing. He's settled in his element, and he's going to see this for the next 3 rounds, unless he can knock him out by some miracle.
Right.
End of the first round. Started well for Gerges. Last move, though, for Semi, Ray.
Absolutely, Semi took that round.
His side is swollen. Those punches are getting through. That ain't ricocheting off of anything but his head.
No, it's the paint of the glove that's making his face look red.
All right. Right there. Look.
Just
it's
an
coming
awesome
through.
jab that he has here, Semi Schilt. The size of it.
Semi takes 2. One judge sees it as a draw.
Hey, a shout out to Crooklyn who's watching, and she tells me that she interviewed Alaski, and apparently he did break his nose, and he's gonna have surgery soon, and he won't be available to fight again until December.
Well, Mighty Mo would like to thank Arlovsky for breaking his nose in training
and giving him the opportunity to be here.
To the final 8.
Right.
Speaking of shout-outs, Scott Coker, your, I guess, sort of a boss is watching this on HDNet.
Scott, what's up, brother?
We want to wish him all the best. Ray's ready for that January fight.
Oh, absolutely.
Here we go, second round. Semi taking on 2 judges' scorecards. Nice right hand from Hesdy.
He's following Bader's strategy. That was Bader's strategy. Coming up, and throw wild punches and hope that they land.
But he hasn't got the explosiveness of Bader.
I agree, but he apparently doesn't know that. So that's his strategy.
The problem is making himself tense up, and eventually, as the round goes on, Semi will take him apart again. He's got to pinpoint his shot, trying to counter off Semi's shots.
Schilt is just such a hard riddle to solve. They tie up again. A lot of instructions coming from Tom Herrick in the corner of Hesdy Gerges. Dave Yonkers in the corner of Semi Schilt. Look at that right hand lead from Semi. The work rate of Semi, just phenomenal for a man of his size.
They just got to, try and slip those shots and come back with his own shots. He's like just taking it, and what happens is he stands still in the middle, it's just going to push him off balance, and then by the time he fires, Semi's not there.
Hesdy Gerges trying to parry the jab, drops down to the midsection of Schilt.
He also needs to change levels, go to the body, come back upstairs.
Halfway through this round. Oh, the knee to the orbital bone. That was nicely done from Semi. He used that in the final 16 a few years ago to knock out Paul Slowinski. I just don't see Gerges being able to change it up enough here, Ray, to confuse or phase Semi.
Well, I mean, he's coming straight down the center. He's standing right in front of Semi. He's not changing angles. He's not changing, moving his head. He's trying to, stand there man-to-man. Unfortunately, Semi's work rate's too high.
At times when we have seen Semi overwhelmed, it was when opponents suddenly turned it on and went crazy for his jawline, like Remy did that once, like Barter did in Amsterdam, like Ray Sefo did in 2007. But I don't know if Hesdy Gerges has the ability to turn it on like that.
No, not anymore, because he got sucked into Semi's web. He's in the Semi's game now. It's just like he keeps going and going and going and going and going until the fight is over.
He got sucked into the Semi rhythm. Once you're trapped in that rhythm, Ray, it's like being trapped in a spider's web. It's hard to get out.
Yeah, it's like falling into a quicksand.
Just sucks you in. Nice analogy.
Like I said, he's in the web. I don't know why the web was not a good
No, it's not a good enough analogy.
Oh, there it is! You've got to follow through, Hesdy. One right hand won't do it, but it certainly shows he knows he's got to turn it on and go for the jawline. Easier said than done. 2 rounds down. Another round for Semi Schilt.
Indeed it is.
There was a glimpse there from Hesdy Gerges. He landed a right hand about 10 seconds before the bout.
I mean, Semi did exactly what Semi does in all of his fights. I don't think you ever get, if you get Semi winning, then you have the same strategy. You have that jab, you have the high output, you have the knees, and you have the front kick, and that's exactly what Semi's doing. And as Ray said, Gerges is doing everything that he's not supposed to be doing.
Right.
He's not supposed to stand in front of Semi and try to go toe-to-toe with him, because the guy's output is just huge for a guy his size. Angles.
We are ready for the third and final round. The seemingly unstoppable world record holding K1 Grand Prix champion Semi Schilt. It is all for Hesdy Gerges to do now. Good leg kick. There is a huge purple welt on the lead thigh of Semi Schilt.
Well, I like to see Semi throw an uppercut off that jab. A right uppercut, that is.
Hesdy is going to town on that lead leg. Again, he cracks down and he tags him with the left hand. Here comes Gerges. Can he turn the tide? And Semi ties him up. That's more like it from Gerges. Can he get his second win here, the Egyptian? Again, he cracks the lead thigh. Semi checks the low kick. Much better round so far for Gerges. Beautiful knee to the upper left rib cage, then to the right. Gerges winning this round so far. There is no way you're going to pull that head down from 6'11" of Semi to try and get a good night on the ring. Gerges goes to the lead thigh. Wants to drop it a little lower. Wants to sink it on the knee or just above. Left hook misses the target. Right hand leg kick. Gerges is rallying. Gerges is scoring. There's a good right hand. He's got to keep going.
And he's got to
follow through.
He's got to follow through with that left hook. I mean, when he lands that right hand, Sammy's chin is right up in the air.
Because he has the power to knock him out is the question that hurt him at this point.
Gerges is caught out screaming. Throw the right. Throw the right. Just let your right hand go.
Well, Remy, I mean, no discredit to Remy. Remy's not known for his hands, but he drops Sammy with the left hook.
That's what I said, but apparently...
Oh, nice jab again from Sammy. Gerges ties him up.
Gerges is definitely scoring for the judges, and if he wins this round, this could go into
Sammy was going to win regardless.
Yeah. Side thigh kick from Hesdy. Nice knee to the floating rib cage. Hesdy went for a knee and a beautiful Muay Thai dump there from Schilt. Gerges straight onto his feet. He is red hot game here. Hesdy Gerges. 30 seconds remaining of this epic contest.
I like to see Sammy throw that right uppercut after he lands that jab. Because Hesdy's just walking straight into it.
Simi, three-punch combination. Gerges tries to kick at the head of the man, 6'11". That's brave. Right hand from Gerges. Simi turns him around. Got to watch the knee. Got to watch the knee.
Simi's looking tired. That's the first.
The cardio machine, Schilt, has never had his leg banged up like we've seen here tonight, and that's a fact. Nobody has gone to town on that lead thigh like Hesdy has.
That's right. That's right.
This is going to be interesting. Hesdy takes the third round.
But it's not enough. It's not enough because Sammy had the first 2 rounds. So it's not going to be enough. The only way you're going to win is by a knockout.
Those beautiful leg kicks from Hesdy Gerges. You can just see it here, the huge purple welt. The shin careering into the thigh time and time again. Gerges, just a phenomenal effort. Continues to improve in leaps and bounds, the Chakariki-trained Dutch Egyptian.
But a little bit late. If he would have done that in the second round, it would have changed. The ties would have definitely changed. I think he woke up a little too late.
A brave man indeed, Hesdy Gerges.
30대 28. Run straight. Judge Okawashi.
First one to Simi.
That's a draw.
First judge gave it to Sammy, second judge a draw, and the third judge gave it to Sammy.
And 2 judges to Simi, 1 draw. And Schilt will be there on this number 11 to defend his title. The crowd not too happy about it, Ray. I think they thought it was an extension round. It's Hesdy Gerges getting the applause here.
Well, because, you know, Hesdy Gerges was actually coming forward. He was taking everything that Sammy could throw. At the end of the day, Sammy was scoring. And regardless, Sammy's going to the finals.
Well, like I said, if Gerges would have started doing this in the second round instead of waiting till the third round, his head would have been raised.
Schilt has won the fights. But Hesdy Gerges is the people's champion.
Regardless, yesterday you guys both said that Gerges is a game for this fight, and watch out for him, and I think you're both right, because, like I said, it's just one more round earlier, and this would have been a different outcome.
Bus Boone, Dave Yonkers, the Golden Glory team.